You know, folks, the way I view MAGA these days is kind of like this Georgia Republican senator getting a DUI. They're so drunk off the hate and stupidity of their own actions, they hardly notice that they're putting everyone else at risk or that they're simultaneously pissing themselves. And today's story is another perfect example of that, because MAGA is yet again melting down and crying claims of being backstabbed over the continually imploding Pete Hegseth disaster, and a new rumor about who might replace Trump's doomed drunken abuser pick for defense secretary. So put on your anti-thinking caps, folks. This one's gonna kill some brain cells. Drop a like and subscribe to ward off the Magadonian masses. And let's dive into how they're currently cannibalizing their own because they f***ed around and found out. You see, according to Raw Story, a posting on Donald Trump's Truth Social platform, the place he ironically pumps lies to his well-informed followers, that Fox News personality Pete Hegseth might be pushed aside as the Department of Defense Secretary set off a furious backlash among supporters of the president-elect.
And furious anger.
Because late last night, both the Wall Street Journal and the Bulwark reported that Hegseth could be out of the running for the cabinet position after a series of reports about his alleged drinking problems while he worked at Fox News and when he headed up several veterans organizations.
CBS News has confirmed that Pete Hegseth was forced to step down from a veterans nonprofit after being accused of alcohol abuse, sexual misconduct, and mismanaging the group's money.
And I know what you're thinking. Oh, come on, it couldn't be that bad, right? We've all had a little too much at the veterans organization Christmas party, right?
The report says Hegseth was repeatedly intoxicated to the point of needing to be carried out of the organization's events.
So inebriated by 1 a.m. that a staffer who had driven him to his hotel in a van full of other drunken staffers asked for assistance to get Hegseth to his room.
Hegseth passed out in the back of a party bus, then urinated in front of a hotel where CVA's team was staying.
At one point, Hegseth had to be restrained while drunk from joining the dancers on the stage of a Louisiana strip club.
Wow, I mean, look, no kink shaming, but what the hell is it with MAGA and pissing themselves today? And furthermore, why does MAGA see Hegseth's potential removal as them getting stabbed in the back? Well, to answer that, thinking caps back on. Because all of that in turn led to reports that Trump has been in talks with Governor Ron DeSantis to be tapped as the new nominee if and when Hegseth either steps aside or is pushed out by Trump allies. Which seems likely, given Pete's response to the controversy was the same as every alcoholic, namely claiming he could stop whenever he wanted. But let's not bury the lead here. Ron DeSantis could very well be his replacement, and that has MAGA up in arms for the dumbest of reasons. Because while Trump seems to have buried the hatchet with the Florida lawmaker, his MAGA supporters are not ready to forgive DeSantis for running against the former president for the 2024 presidential nomination.
The problem with Ron DeSanctimonious is that he needs a personality transplant.
Ron DeSantis. Did anyone ever hear of DeSantis? DeSanctimonious.
Let's see, there it is. Trump at 71, Ron DeSanctimonious at 10%.
I'm considering voting yes on DeSantis if he finally admits that he has lifts in his boots. I'm sure he does. I think maybe 3 inches, 4 inches at least.
And MAGA absolutely went off in the comments of this Truth Social post, with several suggesting the reports on Hegseth are part of a plot by the deep state to install Republican in name only rhino Ron DeSantis in the cabinet so he can undercut the incoming administration. As frequent Truth Social commenter Freedom Barbie, whose bio reads, "My pronouns are voter ID/2A, activist spirit, I believe in actions not words, straight shooter, I call it like I see it and will tell you so," ever so eloquently put it, who's leaking this? It may be true, but we haven't heard it from DJT. Grain of salt. Still, there should be no more craving to rhinos and Democrats. DJT should get his picks. We didn't fight to cave. And he's a backstabber. I would not trust him with a 10-foot pole. He should not be in Trump's cabinet. And then user Jay Haas, whose bio states God, family, country, core, and Trump. 2-5 for life. contributed F that. They already got Gates. We secede another and the deep state bags will smell blood. No, sir. Stand strong. That's who we are. Cannot be true. DeSanctimonious is an ingrate. He is disloyal. He will backstab at real Donald Trump and the country in order to advance. No shame. And A. Dig, whose bio states just the guy that believes in Jesus' personal responsibility and conservative principles, wrote, I still want to see Hegseth in that role. No charges, and other flat out saying the drunkenness charges are a lie. Would not surprise me if this is another deep state rhino operation. And another user whose preferred pronoun is MAGA added, I'm sick and tired of seeing all these same rhinos on the list of Trump backstabbers. Easy pickings for a MAGA candidate to challenge and replace them their next go-around. Of course, Mitch will be put out to pasture by then anyway. I mean, I kind of respect the shade for Mitch McConnell there. But yeah, clearly, MAGA is blowing a gasket over the possibility of Ron DeSanctimonious becoming the next defense secretary. And arguably for all of the wrong reasons. I mean, setting aside the insanity of those people who were like, Pete Hegseth is great, he did nothing wrong. They're somehow worried that Ron DeSantis would block their MAGA agenda, despite his clear cavings in the past and Trump being the one who's looking into him. So while I don't think that Ron DeSantis is a good choice at all, none of Trump's picks are, and we have to deal with that. But like I've said many times before, this type of MAGA infighting is what we, and hopefully the Democrats, need to take advantage of.
Damn right.
So drop a like, subscribe to the channel to regenerate some of the brain cells we all lost watching this, and let me know all your thoughts in those comments down below. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you all in the next one.